Welcome to Brazil as the ocean race is gearing up for another day of import racing, now from this beautiful coastal spot in the state of Santa Catarina. The ocean race is back to the city of Itajaí. Well, it is going to be a tricky day for racing. The light winds we've seen this morning have been slightly strangled by the humidity, so it doesn't look like that the breeze will get much above 8 knots. But our teams will still be fighting hard for the win today, as it all adds up to the scoreboard as this global race continues. Sam, at the moment, full mains up, jibs tucked away. We've got a few moments. Can you talk us through the racetrack and how it looks today?
Yeah, now the import race is a square course, rectangular course. Start line in the middle of the course with then a reaching leg to mark 1, a jibe round to mark 2, reaching back to mark 3, tack to get to mark 4, then you through the gate and then repeat the same rectangle a second time. It's a 2-lap course in theory today, obviously, unless the wind drops out completely.
And it's all going to be about getting past this race control boat here at the bottom of the screen. Team Militia are coming in here, or indeed actually off to the right-hand side of the picture. It looks like 11th Hour Racing Team now happy that they've held the entire fleet up. Now dialing down, getting that acceleration. This will be the push for the line. It's Bioterm holding up Guyot Environment Team Europe, that position for Robert Stanjek, not proving well. Benjamin Dutroux, the co-skipper, now having to fight for scraps, any space left. But will Team Holcim PRB be able to hold out Paul Mayer? It's not going to work. And right now, 11th Hour Racing Team have the speed in that leeward position. The gun fires, the line is clear. They look to me to be conservatively quite far back. And Team Militia with the weakest start. Very interesting that those final few moments came down to a little bit of giveaway action. But you got to hand it to Charlie Enright and the team of 11th Hour Racing Team. That was a great start, always risky at the leeward end. This 11th Hour Racing Team leading on the first turning mark at the Itajaí In-Port, having placed themselves perfectly to exploit the breeze on this first reaching leg. The big ease of that J0, but there's still power for this boat as it turns downwind. We'd expect the boat speed to slow a little bit.
This is the tricky bit, soaking down. There's a bit of distance between Mark 1 and Mark 2, and they're dead downwind, so they're going to have to get that ley line right. There's going to be a jibe on the ley line, and you can see there's a bit of a luffing war going on.
So Sam, you called that luff, and it could have been for the breeze, but it was certainly a move that benefited Charlie Enright and 11th Hour Racing Team, pushing the fleet out and holding them. And look at this, we've got 11th Hour Racing Team and Team Holcim PRB with Biotherm just languishing there. Mark, you're hoping that everything stretches out on this bottom reach.
Yeah, absolutely. The best thing for any of the boats in front really is to stretch out. I think the biggest mistake is for the top two boats to start trying to luff each other up or tangle each other up, because you just allow the boats behind to close down the distance. So I wouldn't be surprised if everyone sails straight in here and tries to call a nice clean ley line and set themselves up for a clean upwind beat to the next mark.
A crucial moment here. They are turning now, and onto that upwind leg. They do have some distance between them and Team Holcim PRB.
I guess the stressful moment now is to pull off a really good tack. And there's two different ways of doing. So they're going for the furl deploy option. I know on Biotherm sometimes they just let the sail blow through. So let's see who does the best tack.
For 11th Hour Racing Team, that looks clean, that looks clear, and Team Holcim PRB are not going to be gifted a few more boat lengths to try and sort of close up. And there we can see Annemieke Best, eyes out. Is it worth just holding that tack off a little bit longer? Team Militia getting a really low line here with Guyot Environment Team Europe. And then look at this with Bioterm moving up into second place. So they obviously picked the right spot to jibe here. And it looks like behind them, perhaps the same thing is going to play out. There you can see just how much the fleet has split. And we are pretty close here to 11th Hour Racing Team finishing this long reach at the bottom before they start that last short upwind and then come through the finish line to conclude the import race.
It's great to see. Looks like the communications are working already with this new crew on Bioterm. Marie is, I think her Olympic instinct is there, and she's really running that the boat speed and helping Paul out on the race course.
Well, it's an 11th hour racing team that probably have the biggest smiles of any of the boats, and for very good reason. There they are, going past, finishing off that short upwind leg, and that finish line is just ahead for 11th hour racing team. Surely now, as we go on board, we're going to finally see that smile from Charlie Enright. We've just got just down at the bottom there. It looked like Team Holcim PRB might not be making that next mark. They've gone out of view to the left-hand side, but just look at what's happening at the back here. On the left-hand side, it's another tack for Team Holcim PRB, and this could be bad. This is what we were talking about in terms of loss of momentum. To me, that J0 does not look clean, and let's not forget, as Bioterm come across that finish line and take second place, we have seen boats losing out with a bad furl on their J0. Well, Bioterm across that finish line and celebrations for second place. But just what is happening now, because Team Holcim PRB were slow and they are still slow. Team Milizia now tacking to leeward on the inside. Kevin Escoffier wants to turn, he wants to go to the line, but he has not got the speed to do it. He's got to keep sailing away from the line. What an unbelievable piece of bad luck, bad positioning, a wind shift, whatever it was, perhaps even just current. But Team Holcim PRB unable to lay that last turning mark, and Will Harris has gone from a poor start, and just look now, good speed for Team Milizia. They are sailing clear. Will Harris and the German team of Team Milizia will be taking third place. There's the finish line to the right-hand side of the picture, the white square with the blue bottom, and that race control boat flying the start flag. Now it's the finish line, and Team Milizia go through. You can see just how much that loss of momentum and that extra 2 tacks for Team Holcim PRB has damaged them.
So Charlie, that's another great result in the import race series. Talk me through it.
It's all about the start, man. Kind of follow the leader, but conditions like this, never over till it's over. So no, it's great. I mean, you know, I start the boat and everyone else does the rest. So, you know, can't say enough about the guys down below. You don't see them, but they do all the work.